You can have whatever you like. Yeah, I said, hey, coming on, I hear it. Welcome, folks, to the Beauty and the Comedian. My beauty is Robin Jones, and the comedian
Hey
is
y'all.
Sean Starvis. How you doing?
All right. Oh, sorry.
You got. I can't hear when you do the music. I can't hear it.
Oh my goodness.
I want to feel it too. I want to feel good.
You. All right, wait a minute. Let me get it on for you for 2
No,
seconds.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm trying.
Don't worry about it. Time is fast. Don't worry
Oh
about it.
my goodness.
We got 45 minutes. We got 45 minutes to talk about what we're going to talk about.
Oh my goodness. What we're going to talk about today?
Okay, today we have a interesting topic. Some might say it's controversial, whatever, but we're gonna do it, you know. So it's light-skinned women versus dark-skinned women.
Yeah. I want to hear what you gotta say. Go ahead.
So everybody gonna be into that. The other thing is, what makes a person sexy? You know, so it could be the clothes, it could be the cologne, it could be the hairstyle, it can be the eyes, you know. But what makes a person sexy? And the other thing is, what makes a good father? I was reading your book, and I know that you were I learned that you was a daddy girl. And my daddy fought 2 astronauts. And my daddy
if anybody know me, they know me and my daddy.
Oh my God. I was getting jealous of dude. Like, man, forget your daddy.
My mama get jealous too.
Forget your daddy. You know, my daddy beat up 2 crackheads in a burning building. My daddy.
What yours
did? So we got light-skinned women versus dark-skinned women. Okay. So I've been doing my research. And you know, first of all, let me go by me. When I was a kid, you know, black was just not in. You know, you so black, you know, we can only see your teeth. Black guitar, black this, black that tar baby. I heard it all. I heard.
And we love the Elder Bars, the Christopher Williams
in the 80s. Yeah, you know. And so then now I looked at it and I researched it, and like all the pop mega stars are light skinned to fair skin. So you got Alicia Keys, you got Mariah Carey, you got Sierra, you got Beyonce, you know. And then I thought about, I said, well, what dark skinned person or person with a high melanin count that is a star? The only one that I came up with that was really a mega star, but she wasn't really a mega star, was Brandy. And that was 20 years ago. She did Cinderella.
Oh, I was like, yeah.
You know, and it all
Whitney Houston.
Huh?
Whitney Houston.
Yeah. But okay, Whitney been gone for what, like 7-8 years now? 9 years now?
Yes.
Yeah, so you know, so I mean, and then Whitney Houston was like more of like a paper bag. Somewhat, so she could easily be on that side. What you think?
Really going old school, talking about, you know, I got a friend that compared me to a paper bag.
Exactly, because you got that fair. You like you know, you ever go with somebody for a year over the phone without seeing them when you was little, and you was like, you know, I'm like a caramel brown. My eyes get light in the summertime. You like a caramel brown. Yeah. So, but it all started with slavery. It all started. Light skinned people worked in the house, you know. Light skinned people worked the house, where dark skinned people work way out. I was in another county. I mean, way out Matter of fact, when they told me the time it was coming in, it be time to go to work again in the morning. We was way out in the field, way out. So but what you think?
So the reality is, and I hate to say it, but it is, the way people make money is to be global. And
To
how
be
do people
global?
accept brown people globally? It's a whole different ball game. Those people can cross lines. Those people can cross genres. They cross lines more than their skin color. It's just no dark skinned person just happened to do that. But I love dark skin.
Okay, because the other thing is Hollywood has made us believe this because I mean if you think about it, the show Martin, I love Martin. I could watch Martin series from 6 in the morning till 12 at night. And so like Gina was light skinned, she had a good job. She was the boss, she had a good job. She was funny, she was cute, she got the man. Pam was compared to a man and a wolf, a dog, or whatever, and didn't have no man, But Pam had the banging body though. I would pick Pam. Pam was fine. I would pick Pam.
So, but if we talk about here, let's not talk about global. There are so many dark skinned women that are beautiful. Like now, they are the icons.
Well,
They,
no. Well, okay, but
they
name the dark skinned people that are icons. Dark skinned women that are icons.
Cicely Tyson, and she like
no. Cicely Tyson really never got a due. She never. You want to go back? Okay. First of all, first of all, it was Dorothy Dandridge that really kicked off the. But
that was a whole different time.
Okay, but wait a minute. Cicely, okay, so then years went good, and Cicely Tyson's work is phenomenal. Jane Pittman, a lot of movies that she played in were phenomenal. But then with Halle Berry get it. We're doing Monsters Ball. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
but she was good at it.
She was good getting done from the back. She was good.
Really?
But that's what the movie was about. She had a little. First of all, Halle Berry could never. Me and Halle Berry could never get together because I got kids, and so she ain't good with kids. She lost Isaiah, her fat son, got hit by a car. She got another son that kidnapped. She could never watch my kids, but at the same time, Halle Berry got it by doing it.
Okay, what about Peter? Is it Lapita? Peter, the girl that was on Black Panther. What else?
Icons though. You naming people.
She is.
In whose eyes?
Well, that's exactly why, right there.
Okay, explain yourself.
Because you're just not giving her due diligence.
No,
she may not have been in the game as long. She may have done just simple things, but that doesn't mean that she does not deserve her due diligence.
Okay, but
she's a beautiful Black woman. You just don't acknowledge it.
No, she could be a beautiful Black woman, but at the same time, she's a household name. These names that I name are household names. Now, you had a point with Whitney Houston. I forgot about Whitney Houston. But at the same time, what's that woman that you named again? What's that?
Cicely Tyson.
No. The other woman that played in Black Panther.
Lapita. I forgot her last name.
Exactly. You forgot her last name, so she's not a household.
What about the woman off of How to Get Away with Murder?
Get away! I don't even remember that movie. What are you talking about?
No, it's a TV show. She's a beautiful Black woman.
Viola Davis.
Say what's her name?
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Viola Davis. Now she's not a household name, but her body of work is awesome. Now look, if I had to compare Cicely Tyson and Halle Berry, Cicely Tyson would get it every time for her body of work. She didn't have to, I ain't gonna say sell out or whatever, because they gotta do what they gotta do. But at the same time, she didn't do it, she didn't get the award by somebody hitting it from the back.
Well, that's the role that she chose not to
I
play.
mean,
That doesn't
and
have
that's fine. That's
okay, and
fine.
sex sells. So if you want to go there, that's what happened.
Okay, but
But
what
it
about?
doesn't matter if she's light skinned or dark skinned. Sex sells. They don't care what you look like when you
But what about?
when
But
go.
okay, but Grace Jones would have got an Academy Award if somebody was hitting it from the back in the movie.
Hey, somebody. Hey, they
Grace
love Grace
Jones.
Jones and what's that movie with Eddie Murphy? They love Grace Jones. Then I don't care what they with the
Okay.
steel vagina. Hello,
Still marvelous,
right?
marvelous.
So I mean, but she was breaking barriers then because people were not accepting dark skinned women. That was a heck of a role for her to play.
What's that?
In that movie. What's the movie name again? I'm having a hard time tonight. The movie with Eddie Murphy. We was
Oh,
just talking about it.
Boomerang.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, she did good. She didn't do good enough to get an Academy Award. I mean, she played a role, but at the same time, we talk about Halle Berry in Monsters Ball, which actually my respect go to Halle Berry because a lot of black women didn't do it, you know. But at the same time, is that
I
they
mean,
give
but
her
I
an
like
award
Haley Berry and
sex
that.
sales. But
Look,
can a woman stand on their legs, stand on their principles without sex?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, like I said, I liked Halle Berry and Babs. I liked it, so it didn't matter
Yeah, but
what.
at the same time, did she deserve an Academy Award?
Well, that wasn't an Academy Award movie,
Exactly.
so. But yeah, I mean, you mean for Monsters Ball, but you got to think about at that time, it was just the statement that was being made, and she was bringing out things that people never really brought out. Just like and I can't remember this movie either, but what was the movie with Monique in it?
Oh, Precious.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was breaking barriers too.
that was Breaking Berries.
When you
That was
when
breaking.
you bring up topics or you bring something to light that people are scared of, it's going to break barriers and it's going to cause something within people.
You know what? That was interesting in that movie because a lot of those women in that movie did not wear any makeup, and Monique was girthy. I have to be careful because I know Monique, but she was big.
Right.
She was
That was,
yeah, and then she held her own, and my respect go out to Monique for that. My respect goes out to Monique for that.
so Monique was dark skinned. Monique was bigger. Monique
Mhm.
had a lot of things against her, and she still was at least nominated for
Right,
that award.
right. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. I was like,
But I
man,
do want to tell you though, it's funny. Like I was dating this guy, and he actually liked dark skinned women, but I have the greatest personality. So, he was dating me, but you know what he said?
what's that?
I think I can only date you in the summer when
Oh,
you got a suntan.
what?
And then he was like, but I'll hibernate in the winter. I was like, really? Straight
See,
up said that to me. And I
but you
was
know what?
like, wow.
But you know what? My mama called me out. My mama called me out and said I only like to date light skinned to fair girls. But I was saying that I'm a fan of women. So the opposites do attract. Like how many guys? I mean, not how many guys, but majority of the guys that you dated were dark skinned
Um,
because opposites do attract.
I did date a lot of dark skinned men.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
did. I
Yeah.
did. But
Yeah.
I like men. So I mean, I'm not gonna say just two legs and walking, but I like men. I got standards. But
Right.
I like
Right.
men. It doesn't matter to me what complexion they are.
Mm-hmm.
But there are definitely things that make a man sexy.
Yeah, okay. So that's our good segue, Robin. Good segue, Rob.
All
Okay,
right.
what makes a person sexy? I mean, it could be the clothes. Like,
Mhm.
okay, okay, I can talk about my personal experience. When I get suited and booted and everything,
Mm.
they're like, yeah, you are sexy. The way I smell sometimes. Oh, you are sexy. But what is sexy? What is sexy to you?
It is so many things. I mean, like
Keep it G rated though. Keep it G rated.
I am.
Because I see that gleam in your eye. Keep it G rated.
So I ain't gonna lie. I like a nice. Actually, I like the bearded look. I think that and salt and pepper. I think that thing is just sexy. I mean, just physically, I like to look in somebody's eyes. I mean, everything's sexy to me. I'm so easy. But I mean, the way they dress, the way that they smell. I'm glad you said that. The way that they smell, the way that they groom themselves and keep themselves, like all of that is really sexy. I don't like to compete, so I don't like I don't like someone that's prettier than I am. I want to be
Oh,
the
like a
pretty one.
pretty, oh, like oh, yeah.
I mean, I I don't like someone that is more groomed, and I like to groom, but men that groom more than
He gotta have some rough edges.
yeah,
Yeah, he gotta have
yeah.
some rough edges.
But honestly, for me, the ultimate is just their personality. Honestly, more than anything, because if I mean their personality is not the first thing that I see that I like that I want, but
Mm-hmm.
like if a guy to really hold on to me,
Mm-hmm.
he's just gotta.
Yeah, be funny,
I'm trying to keep it
comical.
PG.
Yeah. No, go ahead, say it.
They said that somebody needs to like make love to your brain before they make love to your body, and that is truly, truly, truly what I love about a man. Like
Mm.
anyone that can hold an intellectual conversation. Oh, I didn't say I like a man with teeth. Straight teeth are very helpful. White
Right,
teeth are very helpful. You know, I like teeth. Because I like a man to smile. I
right.
don't want. I mean, I like it when they hard, but I also want a man to smile.
Okay. I don't like the tone of your voice. How this is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what? Okay, in my 20s, in my teens, in my 20s, I hate to say I'm the average man. We looked at the butt. I don't know. We look at the face or the butt first, but we look at the butt, the face, and the breast. Matter of fact, when I was young, if you had a big butt, I would follow you around the mall. I was like, oh no, yeah, exactly. Never said a word to you, but follow you around the mall. But at the same time, is that when I have dated so much as a comedian, I've dated so much, and I've gone out with so many women that is to me it's the heart. Now, yeah, you gotta be appealing. You have to be appealing. You have to, but not that much, not supermodel appealing. Now I'm a Christian man. I'm a God fearing man. Now, so I like a woman to know the word of God.
No,
Hello,
absolutely.
you know,
Yes.
off the back. I mean, it's simple, but if you want to try me, just be like, let's pray. I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm but you can't have like $1 tooth and a limb on to my let's pray. No,
Oh,
no,
Sean,
no.
that's not
Okay.
nice.
But anyway, I love it. And like mentally, I love it. A smart woman would do it. I dated a girl one time. She didn't know what Pennsylvania was. We was coming out of North Carolina. She thought Pennsylvania was like next door to North Carolina. I was like, oh no, that's not good. That's not good.
Look, you know what you reminded me? Look, when I first started teaching and I came to PG County,
Mm-hmm.
my student said, Miss Jones, you from Baltimore? Welcome to Maryland. And I was like, ooh, y'all got a
What
long
grade was
way
they
in you.
in?
that was they had to have either been in like 11th or 12th. That's what I was teaching at that time.
Okay.
But imagine if somebody like our
Oh
age came
wow.
up
Wait a
and
minute,
tried
11th
to
to
talk
12th
to
grade?
us. Yeah, imagine if somebody tried to like talk to us now and was saying that. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, the guy that I date, I'm gonna tell you what just the time that he just got me. And I mean he's well groomed and all that good stuff. But even like over COVID, he's gained weight. Not a lot of weight, but he's a big guy. He's a teddy bear now. I like teddy bears. And high butts and teddy bears,
Mm.
weakness.
How
Anyway.
much is that?
so, so anyway, but what ultimately truly got me that is like can't turn back now was when I was going through something, how he was like there for me. Because what people don't know is like I lost all of my hair like a year and a half ago, and he didn't even see it. He said, "Don't worry, it's hair. We come back." I mean, just those words, just that security was just the sexiest thing. Like, there ain't nothing that I it don't even matter what anybody
You got
say
a
or what
good point.
anybody think.
Yeah.
But for him to like say that, and I mean, and he's a woo woo woo. He's real smooth, send me songs every day, all of that stuff,
Right.
you know. But that right there, that was like, I got you, and don't worry about it, and you know, it's done. Just the sexiest thing. There ain't nothing that anybody could say about
And
him
you know
ever.
what? That's a missing element that you made me think about because that is true. Somebody that sincerely has your back. You're not going to be 17 or 18 years old where living a life of carefree or anything, but somebody that really got your back, that really understands what you need at the time and will ride and die. See, nowadays I can't stand when people like, oh yeah, he's my ride or die. Do you really know what that means? Do you really
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like we're not gonna get in a bar fight every day. We you know we're not gonna get in the fight with aunts and uncles every day. But a ride or die is just how you explained it. How you needed comfort, how you needed love, and he knew the right things to say to you. Awesome. You know what? I disapprove of that dude in the beginning. I love him now. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he is a good dude.
Yeah.
Even though we don't know what he look like, even though we
He's
ain't seen
still
him
a
on
ghost.
Facebook, at the same time, I love this dude. I love this dude.
But that right there, and when you say just not, it didn't care what I looked like. It didn't care
Yeah,
nothing
right.
mattered at that moment,
Because
and
life
that is,
life is a lot of trials and tribulations. I mean, you're gonna have some good, you're gonna have some bad, but like in the bad, that's well, I don't want to get.
and I always like I'm the type of person like I'm always coming up with questions for him, like just to build the relationship or whatever. But
Mhm.
my questions are always, at the beginning, I was like, what happened if I lose my leg and one breast? Like I,
Oh, women always doing that. Women
you
always doing that. Women
I
always doing that.
And everyone always says what you want to hear, but it's different to like experience
And actually go
someone
through it. Right.
that says, "Hey, I got you and don't worry about it and you don't need for nothing." That's a
Mm.
whole different ball game right there.
Right, right. You know what? Yeah, like I said, yeah, my respect. The go because people get cancer, people get sickness or whatever, and it might be days and times that you might need to stay in the bed or whatever, and somebody really got you. Come hand you a bowl of soup or some orange juice, will love on you or whatever, and just your support guy all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
My respect, my respect to dude, my respect.
Aw.
Yeah. So yeah, I ain't trust no dude because if I don't see no face on Facebook,
There are no pictures on Facebook, and
No,
you
if I
ain't
don't see no, look, you know
in a
how it is.
relationship.
You know how it is when when somebody friend you with no picture. You like, you would not delete.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is since we talked about light skin, dark skin, and all of that, but who is a sexy celebrity to you? Like who, like just seeing them, like you can get it.
Well, you don't watch the Have and Have Nots, but
I do.
oh, you do.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
I don't have cable, but I see it. Tika.
Tika Sumter.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Woo! And she dark
Yeah.
skinned. You know what I'm
She
saying?
is.
Yeah. She's
Now she famous in Tyler Perry land.
oh yeah, Tyler Perry. Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What about you? Come
Hmm.
on, Idris. What's his name? Idris.
Idris Elba. Yeah, he's sexy. He can get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but with the other, I like exotic accents. I mean, he got that little British thing going on. That little,
Yeah.
he can get it.
Yeah.
He
I
can
guess.
get it. I mean, I'm strange. So like I was like looking at today we was talking about this earlier with the T.I. and Buster, and both of them are sexy to me, the light skin and the dark skin. I think
Busta
T.I.
Rhymes.
Yeah, I know. But see, remember I said I like big teddy bears now. He's a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then there are the men that look better once they have a woman. Like Jay-Z, I think he's kind of sexy. He wasn't before Beyonce, but I think he kind of sexy now. No.
Kind of sexy. So you saying that Beyonce makes him look good?
I'm saying he improved when he got with Beyonce.
Okay.
There's something about him now. I mean, he's
Money.
always had a
Money.
swag.
Money will $1 billion will make you look sexy.
But he's always had a swag. He always had a great business sense, like all of those things. But now it's like,
But that's the intangibles. Because if you're a business minded and smart and gifted, yeah, you're gonna draw women or a person. You actually gonna draw somebody those are the type of intangibles, So yeah, because like when my earring back business get off the ground, well, I'm gonna be irresistible. When my earring back business get off the ground, well,
yeah.
what?
And look, I just went to my bag of backends today, so
Yeah.
I will buy from you.
Yeah. Well, my now let rapping scene get off the ground, man, I'm gonna be desirable. What?
Yes.
Be able to support my family and all that. Yeah. So
Just watch what kind of cars you buy.
anyway. Anyway. So what makes okay? I was reading your book. I haven't finished reading it. Because I get distracted, whatever. But I was reading
It's okay. I get it.
my daddy, so. And look, you talk about my mom went to school. My mom. My daddy did so. My daddy. What makes a great father? How was your father great in your eyes?
I mean, the number one thing was he was there. Like even when like he had difficulties with my mom, he was just always there. Like I can't even describe this man to you. He's just always there. Always made time. Always took me places. Always but for me and my dad, there was a time where my mom had went back to school and she was getting her master's, and that was huge. I'm not trying to take away from that, but while she was at school, it was almost like my dad raised me with my brother.
Okay.
And so, my dad did not go anywhere that he didn't take me. So my brother was in Boy Scouts, I was in Boy Scouts. Like they had tents outside, I had a pink tent outside. I mean, my dad included me in everything, and he made sure that I was never left out.
Hmm.
Just always like that.
Wow. Wow. Now coming from a guy did not have a father. I mean,
Mm.
well, of course I had a father, but my father decided to do other stuff. But what I did was I looked at other men raising their kids. My good friend Earl Sharp, his dad. I looked at
Mm.
what his dad did, and my friend James West, his uncle, and different. And so what I did was I merged these together because I didn't have a good example, but how my girls were, I was like, I just was like, I just wanted to be everything. I wanted to be their protector. That's the problem now, because when they're 19, I'm like, look, don't have no boy come pick you up and he don't come in the house. Don't have no boy. So
Oh yeah.
they thinking I'm being like a bully or whatever, but it's just protective, it's just, but the protective in it. But like when they was little, we would just like go in the car and we would do stuff. And I just had to imagine, me being a comedian or whatever, I just had like a great imagination. We would have little tea parties and everything, I mean, because it was
Oh,
twins, so they
right.
to have, we even had a little church where my daughter Shauna, she would get on top of the fireplace and she was the preacher, and then me and Sydney, we would sit out in the congregation with all the stuffed animals, and we'd be like, "Get it, Shauna! Get it, Shauna!" Right? And Shauna was preaching up a storm, So, but at the same time, I had really no good role model to follow. So I just did what I did. But one particular time really got me. Really got me was in my house. My water heater went out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cold in the house. It was warm in my room because I got a space heater. So I told the girls would come over like every other weekend or whatever. So I told the girls, I said, y'all might not want to come over because it's cold in the house. So like where your toys and stuff it's cold and everything. So they said, Daddy, we want to come with you. We really want to come with you. We want to spend time with you. So I said, okay. I said, well, okay. So I went and picked them up, came to my house. So what I did was we ordered pizza and we had movies or whatever, and we had games or whatever, and we spent the whole weekend in that room. We spent the whole
Mm.
weekend in that room, and it was just fitting. We watched the movie Selena, and so like my kids were like at the age where they wanted to know, like, is that true? Like, is this really true? And the part that she died, so she died, and so my kids was like, well, Sean was like, Daddy, she died. I was like, yeah, she died. So she started like welling up in her eyes. So I went to go and give her a hug. And so like it made me emotional because she was emotional. Like she cared. She just watched this movie, so she cared about Selena, And I seen the movie like 30 times or whatever, but I was like, man, this is touching. So I started to cry. So I like we was on each other's shoulders. So
Oh.
Sydney came around and was like looking in my face like, I don't believe this nigga is crying like this. I tried to turn my back. I said, Cindy, go ahead with that, right? So she came around. I don't believe you're crying like this, but
That is so cute. Yeah, I mean, we didn't. My daddy, we didn't do no tea parties or nothing like that. I mean, I ain't get all that, and
don't
I'm
think
not
I'm a punk.
mad.
Don't think I'm a punk because I did tea parties, but at
Yeah,
the same time, yeah.
my dad was like taking me. It's so old. Like I went to Memorial Stadium. Like we was going to Baltimore Colts games. We was going to Orioles games.
See, and
There
you know
we.
what? And I hope if my daughter sees this, I don't want them to take this the wrong way. But I wanted a daughter like you because like you went to like basketball games and football games. Look, I took my daughters to a national game, to a baseball game, to a nationals game, right?
Mm.
And I was like a guest, so like we got in free. Our food was free and everything. They ate all the hot dogs, the Cracker Jacks, drank all the soda and everything. By the fifth inning, it was like, we ready to
We
go.
let go.
I'm like, what? We ready
Yeah.
to go. I'm like, oh man, but
Yeah, and
that's
to this day, my dad, well, not today, but like up until this COVID, my dad and I would still go to Orioles games. He got season tickets. We would go to Ravens. I see him every week. But like, even now, as an older person, like in the place that, when before COVID, my dad would come by and see me every Saturday.
wow.
Like even when and like now I've made time to stop by his house every week. Well, they're still together. I don't want to say his house or her house, but I would stop by. But the person I talk to is my daddy when he goes because my mom's working. I mean, that's the way
You a
it's supposed
daddy's
to be.
girl. You are
But
a
but
you are
I
a
go
pure
in
daddy's girl.
and
You can't even sugarcoat it.
I know, and I feel bad, because I love my mom. My mom is awesome. My mom is off the chain. She is an amazing woman. But
Mm-hmm.
she be like, "I know you're here for your daddy."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I bet you if it was your daddy that said something, I was like, "You like a jealous woman," and
But
I
I can't.
was
But she can't help to be jealous. I was almost about to get jealous by reading your book. You know, my daddy beat up four guys in the crack house. What's your father doing in the crack house?
like. But there was never any judgment. Like now, like he tells me the funniest stories that like he would never let out before. And and so I realized that he and I like are so much alike. And my mother be like, "You get that from your father. You don't get that from me." And I do. Like I call him and I be like, "Oh my God, I was so you today." And it be simple stuff.
How is your brother to your father? Or is he on your mom, like how you are on your father?
My brother was different. So what's so funny? Like in psychology, when you are 5 years apart, it's almost like you're still the only child. And
Okay.
so a lot of stuff that I remember, I feel like I was the only child because when he was in college, I was in the house. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and but my brother and I played a lot of games, but my dad took my brother, like I said, he would take him to Boy Scouts. He took him to sports, but I think he took both of us to almost everywhere. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't one preference over the other, although I'm going to say that I'm the favorite
Oh yeah.
every time, but I think that but he was like, my dad feels like the non-judgmental one, and not that my mother judges, but my mother challenges. And there's definitely a difference, like when they just accept you who you are and the other one just constantly makes you think and you're like, dang, I don't want to think today. And it's okay, but
Right.
yeah, my brother, he was cool, he was around, but I don't know. I don't even see him in the picture with me and my daddy.
Right.
Me and my
Well,
daddy.
that's funny. Well, my mama was my mama and my daddy. So for
Yeah.
Father's Day, I would give my mother Father's Day cards or a Father's Day gift or whatever.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gave my
You
I,
know,
I gave my mother because Pops wasn't. I mean, I knew him. I can touch him. I don't have no stories like I met my father when I was 31 years old. I don't have no stories like that. I knew him, but he just did not invest in the time.
You,
And so
you know what? So let me say this. And I have a son, an older son, and it's not that his father wasn't there, but he wasn't as active as a father should be. That's the
right,
nicest thing that I can say right now.
right,
But I remember receiving like Father's Day cards like the first few years, and I felt awkward. And it was honestly, it might have been a little more embarrassment because I knew that I was taking on the role of both, but I didn't want that for my son.
Sure.
And so when I received that, I was like, at first it was like, ha. And then I was like, well, damn,
Right.
I felt bad for my son and I
Right.
wouldn't want to take, and I feel, but that's what single parents do.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
what single parents do. We don't
Yeah.
ask, we don't think twice, we
Mhm.
just make it happen for our child. And it's not that we don't think about the other person, but we don't have time for them to get themselves together because
Right.
life goes on,
Mhm. Mhm.
but it's weird receiving that
I
happy
never really
Father's
thought.
Day.
I never really. Well, my mother was grateful. My mother, thank you. Yeah, you got any more?
Yeah, I know
I
she
think I'm
was.
thank you very much. Yeah, I never thought about it. I never thought about it like that, but it just goes to show that the overwhelming love is for the mother and not the father.
Absolutely. Like my pastor always talks about how on Mother's Day you can't go no restaurants, there's no flowers, the cars
Exactly.
are empty. And then on Daddy's Day, it's like
You can go back there and make your own food. Go on back there. You know where it is.
they they always have like barbecues, but the father is cooking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because my daughters, they're not old. Well, I guess they're old. I'm going through the stuff like, with them being cheap. With them really being cheap. Like it's Father's Day, but I get one card with 3 names on it. I'm like, what's this? I should have 3 cards. Daddy, we ain't had no money. But then I'm seeing all this hair and stuff and makeup coming to the house. I'm like, baby,
Of course.
yeah.
Look, we gonna have to talk about kids and being cheap that's a whole different
Oh
conversation.
man, kids
Cause
will
my
tell you
son be
all day.
like, he be like, Ma, can we go to the Rusty Scup? And I was like, oh really? We doing that right now? And then I be like, oh, you got a job, take me out. He was like, do you want Chick-fil-A or do you want
Oh
I was
wow.
like, I can't even get Chipotle or walk-in place like I mean, I'm just like, wow, can I get Sakura's? And I want the filet mignon. And
Sakura.
yeah, the Japanese
I didn't
restaurant.
even have shrimp till I was like 25 years old.
Look, my son is like, may I have the scallops with filet mignon? I was
Ooh, expensive taste.
like, isn't that something?
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
but the
Not
kids know because my kids would go to the Cheesecake Factory. We would have the calamari with wine. I'm looking at them like, are you crazy? But your kids that they exposed to more, so they know. So all right.
Oh,
Tell us about your book, Robin. Tell us about your book. It's actually a good book. It's really a
it
good book.
is.
Yeah.
So the book is called Didi Freshman Year, and it is actually this young lady's journey through her freshman year, and she goes through the ups and downs of being accepted, but then she also just has a home life that um the old memories keep catching up with her, but this is someone that like had the strength to go through. I am gonna say she was raped. She went through. You didn't get to that part yet, apparently, but she had just gone through a lot of stuff with men, with the neighborhood, with everything that's going on. And it's about her journey, also moving from the city to the suburbs and all of those changes that take place. And so it is a really good read. It's a quick read. It's only 100 and some pages. Me and Sean always talk about the pages, but it's a quick read and it is definitely going to be a series, but I guarantee, and it's for everyone. Like we can see things at our age that like we went through or that we love to do in there, as well as, exposing to things that are definitely going on today as well.
Okay. Yeah, because well, I don't want to give the book away, but I thought that it was because I wrote an autobiography, so I thought it was just somewhat of your autobiography about you, and so I'm like, there wasn't no laptops in 1984.
Sean,
what no man? What was going on?
Sean was calling me like, "Is this you? Is this your cousin? Is this your? I know this person. Wait a minute, is this?" And I was
Yeah,
like, "Sean, no."
because I be thinking because I be looking for details. I be thinking about everything. But anyway, but okay, all right. In my book is the.
And
But go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, The Father, the Son, and the Comedian by
Father
Sean Sullivan.
and the comedian that you have not read yet, but that's
No, but
okay.
I did start reading it. I'm telling you, with your mama and Cookie and your daddy, like I really started reading. And so let me say this, like even the introduction, it is, you want to talk about our mama's boy. This one right here, I got the arrow right. This
Right.
one right here. He is such a, but you begin to understand why, and so like I love the fact I didn't dedicate my book to anyone, honestly, but like just dedicating your book and being able to like really put yourself out there is something that most people cannot even do, even as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
good, the bad, the ugly,
Right.
because everyone thinks that it's not that they think that you don't go through something, but they never know what you really go through.
Right. 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 So thank you, Rob. Thank you. Yeah. So it's an autobiography of my life, from a child to an adult, and to being a comedian and one of the top Christian comedians. I could say in the world because there ain't really too much to me,
Yay!
but yeah, hey, so that's right. So you can get my book on Cash App. Big Sarv, BIGSARV, $ Big Sarv, and then in the memo, leave your address, and we'll get the book to you for about a week. Amazon is going through something because I ordered some books. They should have been here by now, and they ain't got here by now. Is it because of that sale?
So let me the prime sale. You
Yeah.
know what? And it may be, but this is what I learned, because in anyone that's interested in writing a book, this is what I learned. So I actually have a publishing company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love the publishing company, but when they give it to like Amazon and Barnes and Noble, they actually print it themselves. So
Oh.
my author gives them the digital version of my book, and so literally like they'll print out X amount of books, and then after they print that amount of, because when I first started selling my books, like people, the first few people got it quickly, and then all of a sudden it was like a week, and I was like, well, what's that about? But they have to print the books themselves, so I'm grateful that Amazon is printing my book,
Yeah,
um,
maybe that's what
because
they're doing
that
with
is
mine.
saying that they're selling. So I'm excited, and as we go into the Christmas season, both of our books are great options for the
You
family.
know what? I didn't even think about that. Yeah, absolutely. Buy my book. They make great Christmas gifts. I didn't think about that. Yeah,
Stocking stuffers.
I'm all on Thanksgiving of what I'm going to eat. I told a friend of mine, I'm like, man, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like. I've been dropping hints, so what not to serve for Thanksgiving. So yeah, absolutely.
Look, my mama says she gonna make the meal the day before and put it on a stoop in bags for everyone to pick up. And then we're gonna Zoom Thanksgiving.
Oh my god, you know what? Yeah, because it's gonna be a big deal this year because wow.
It's different. It's different.
Okay, well, that's our time. That's our time. We had a good time this week. Please subscribe for the Beauty and the Comedian on YouTube. If you're looking at us on Facebook, cool. But go to YouTube and subscribe. Push the subscribe button and everything. And we're here every week. Now, Robin is going to be in Texas somewhere. She's going to be at
Don't be telling. Why you keep
disclosure.
telling where I'm supposed to be?
I'm open. See, that's me. I'm open. I'm
For
really
other
open.
people's stuff.
Yeah.
Not on your own, but on other people's stuff. God
Oh, yeah,
dang.
I'm sorry. But they don't know. They don't know what Texas is a big place. They don't know where in Texas.
And I ain't telling you because you're gonna tell them.
Exactly. I don't even know where you're going. You can tell me. I don't even know where you're going. She gonna be in Texas somewhere. So don't go to the house breaking because she got that long. But she gonna be in Texas somewhere.
I'm gonna be live and in Texas next week. Yes. Oh, God bless. Look, that's one of them things like a couple months ago.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
We would be like, God bless you.
All
But
right.
and the other cool thing about YouTube is if you guys go through YouTube, I mean, we love going through our Facebook pages, but we can actually see if you write comments. So love to include you all in on our comments, in our conversation. But Beauty and the Comedian, Thursday nights at 7:00. Can't wait to see y'all next week. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll figure it out.
But we'll figure if you suggest there's something that we can talk about, please inbox us. Please inbox. I don't even know they should get your inbox because you're so private, you know. Inbox me or we got
Messenger. We do. It's beautyandthecomedian@gmail.com.
Okay.
We official.
We official.
We can't get this Zoom to work, but we got an email. Oh, God. Anyway, have a good week.
All right, do the same. Peace.